Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of November 23rd, 2020. Every week we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi there.
This week we're complaining about kids' interference in our holiday plans and obsessing about little things we're thankful for. We're also taking a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. Today, we're talking about digital self-care. So Nicole had come across a mention of this online, they called it a self-care crawl. So in trying to understand what that meant, we decided we could just talk about sort of feel-good stops online, feel-good places to go online, since we can't really go anywhere in person right now. So, you know, when you're looking to just maybe blow off a little steam or just have a little hit of endorphins, where do you go online? I know, Nicole, you had some ideas in mind, or you have a little kind of plan.
Yeah, well, I mean, so first of all, the title was attractive because it made me think of other types of crawls from college days
that are sadly lost in this quarantine time.
Right. But it actually was kind of an interesting idea because I thought, you know, if I have been working all day, or if I've been out and about, or if I've been doing housework, you know, one of my kind of ways that I carve out time for myself is I go onto my computer and then I have like my favorite sites that I go to, or, you know, things that I do. It's kind of like a little routine, right? It's kind of where I can escape for a few minutes. I'm not having to shop for anybody. I'm not having to make appointments for anybody. I'm not having to send emails to anybody. It's kind of like that little time that is just for myself. And of course, you know, it's like a total luxury to even dream about some of these things. But so, for example, you know, one of my favorite go-tos is the Ralph Lauren website. And I like to look at, you know, what's on that site. And then another one of my favorite stops is the Kate Spade website. So there's kind of a trend here, right?
Yes.
It's like window shopping, but online.
Exactly. Yes, that's awesome.
That's
window
fun.
shopping, but online. And then, of course, I always go to a couple of my favorite Facebook groups and check out that, because there's really nothing ever negative that happens on there. So that's good. And
on Facebook, you say?
Yeah, in my face. Yeah, right. That's kind of a little bit of a, doesn't really make sense. But yeah, so I thought we could just kind of expand more on that. I mean, I'm sure you both have some of your favorite stops online that you go to, or that's part of your day or your routine. So thought we could, kind of elaborate on that. Like or do you just kind of do your work, shut your computer down, and then move on?
I used to have a list of really fun Twitter accounts that I would go on, and that would be my little bit of respite. I would go and see what all those people were saying. They were always funny and entertaining. And then politics happened, and Twitter just became a surging cesspool of strife and anger. And I couldn't go on there anymore because my fun little entertaining Twitter people had opinions on things, and whether I agreed with them or not, it just all made me mad. So I had to step away from Twitter. And Facebook also, friends who I used to enjoy following to see what was happening in their day-to-day life also had opinions. And again, whether I agreed or disagreed, it all just made me angry. And that is not what you're looking for when you're doing your self-care crawl.
Right.
So I found recently a combination of snoozing everybody who is mouthing off and joining a Facebook group that was extremely positive and extremely prolific, pretty much gave me a safe place to go and just sort of revel in silliness and fun. That group for me was, it's a group of fans of the Bobby Bones show. They call themselves the B Team. They sort of single-handedly got him the Mirror Ball Trophy on Dancing with the Stars. And they have this Facebook group they mentioned it on the show, and so it grew by I think 10,000 people sort of overnight. It got very large, but it's generally, not 100% because people are people, but it's generally very positive. And I go to my newsfeed now and it's all B Team. And that's just fine. Cute pictures of people's kids, fun things that happened on the show, pictures where they saw Bobby Bones at a concert. And it's just very entertaining and very low stress and very enjoyable. So that has been a real self-care thing. I highly recommend snoozing all your friends you don't want to see right now and joining something where people will talk about nonsense. Also, I have a Dancing with the Stars group that's also kind of fun to go, dance around with, although there's a certain amount of anger on that all the time, just because of the nature of the show. But I also have been enjoying Instagram to some degree. I think it's just getting the right mix of people who are following a lot of Dancing with the Stars pros on Instagram works out well because they're usually promoting themselves in some way rather than spouting off about things you don't, You can see 500 pictures of Lindsay Arnold and her baby. Very adorable. It's kind of a nice thing to just go and take a deep breath and look at baby pictures of people that you don't actually know, but you sort of feel like you do.
Right.
Whitney's inducing in January, so hers is coming up.
All right.
And just, read what professional dancers who really want you to vote for them are up to. So that's...
Who want you to vote for them on the show, not in
yes, not in an election. Yes. We're very careful to not tick anybody off who might be able to call and text on their behalf.
Right.
Or on the behalf of their spouse, as may be the case. And also, Bobby Bones is also very enjoyable on Instagram, and he has a very, very cute fiance right now who is doing little cooking shows and stuff. So that is also a continuous delight and relaxation. So those are mine right now.
Those are yours.
I agree. Instagram is really nice as long as you have curated a feed that works for you.
Yes. I've had to ditch a couple of people because they just all of a sudden feel that they need to speak out. And God bless them. Totally their right. I just don't want to see it.
Right. Yeah. I have a lot of Instagram accounts that I enjoy. And I also actually kind of like going back on my own Instagram feed, like looking at just pictures I've taken, stuff I've posted. I don't know. It's like nostalgic or something. And, cause I have pictures that go back years and years. And it's kind of fun to I forget about things, so when I go back, I get reminded. So I love, on this day, X number of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Looking at what's there every day. And,
do you have that on your photos on your phone? Cause that's a fun feature. I like looking at that too. So if you go to your phone, I think it's one of the new updates or one of the latest updates, but you can pick these widgets to stand out on your home screens.
Yes.
And one of them is your photos, and it every day you get a new photo from somewhere in your thousands of pictures that you've taken over the years. And I just got the cutest one of my kids from when we first moved here. And it was so cute, and I forgot about it. And yeah, it's so sweet. And it just popped up.
I love that for the forgotten photos of your kids. That is so wonderful. But then every now and then it will be just something completely random. Like you took a picture of a donut.
Or you took a picture of where your car was parked at the airport.
Exactly.
Or something.
I
try to delete those.
Aww.
And then it just seems to get stuck on that. There was like one couple at a party of ours, and it just kept going back to that couple, and I like them just fine, but I don't want to see them 50 times.
Right.
No. Mine are always just photos of our family, and I don't know what it's set to, but see, look, I'm going to send you right now the picture that I got today, because it's just too adorable to not share. And it just takes me back to when we first moved here, and
that is very wonderful.
They were just so super cute. So that's one of my things. Did it come through?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. So, yeah. Anyway, that's a fun feature. That's kind of a feel-good feature.
Yes. And let's not forget the panda cam, where you can go see the baby panda.
Oh, that's right.
Or also on Instagram, the kangaroos on Instagram.
Yeah.
Some excellent dog accounts on Instagram. Mm-hmm. We rate dogs. I like that.
Yes.
Always
somebody was talking about, there's an app where you can like grow plants, and that's kind of their go-to place.
There's an app for that.
Like a game, like there used to be Farmville or whatever, but this is just growing a virtual plant.
I think
I can see that being like a thing.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I can see it.
Humanity is doomed.
They have one for the robots that socialize your children.
We're all so busy growing plants on our phones that we slowly starve to death.
We forgot to take care of our kids.
And there's like 5 dying plants in your house that are going, hey!
Right.
Hey!
What
over
about
here?
me? I'm right here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But do you like have a routine where you actually like you set aside this time and you go through all these sites at once, or do you just randomly look at it through the day? Or
oh yes,
I don't know.
My routine is I do a little work and I go, I need a break. Let me go on Facebook and Instagram, and then I spend twice as much time there as I did working, and then I go back and work a little and I go, time for a break.
I have a couple of blogs that I always check when I'm eating my lunch.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Mine are more like after dinner in the evening when we're sitting down and just kind of
well, you're very good.
Relaxing for a few minutes. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun to think about, because how often do we think about things that are just for us?
That's
or that
right.
just bring us joy? Because as parents, we're usually thinking about, everybody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, as I'm talking to you, I am shopping online for my in-laws. So it's like, when do you actually get time to sit down and just kind of window shop?
Or listen to a podcast.
Technology, or listen to a podcast.
That's an excellent self-care thing that we hope you constantly on a daily basis make time for. And you have just done that, because that's it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.